Hello, everyone. This is Chuck Whetstone. Thank you for joining me today on my podcast, chuckwhetstonemusic.com. We are sponsored today by heritagesongs.com, and that is my Amazon page, by the way. And you can find this book here, Five Things to Remember So You Don't Forget, thought-provoking list to preserve your memories. And that's exactly what this book is all about. Years ago, my daughter Rachel gave me a book, and my wife a different book, and it was about writing down our legacy. It's a similar type thing as this, and I hate to say I'm still working on it. And so Julie and I came up with this idea that we'd have five things that we'd like our family members to remember about us, our loved ones. And I came up with different subjects that we could write down about, and this is just a couple of them. Write down your favorite female comedian. Well, who would that be? And then there are five spaces here to do that, and then you say why. Well, for Julie and me, our favorite female comedian would be Lucille Ball, famous for I Love Lucy and the Long Long Trailer, that great movie. How about list the top five vintage automobiles that you like? What would they be? I had a '67 Chevy Malibu when I was in college. That was cool. I wish I still had it. Name the top five science fiction movies you have watched. Well, for me, number one would be 2001: A Space Odyssey. I love that movie. And then my favorite, more recent one would be Interstellar. Okay, five things to remember so you don't forget. Today's song is called Never Grow Old. And as I am just turning 66 this month, it really means a lot to me to think, oh, I don't ever want to grow old. But guess what? It is a fact of life. I know when I was in high school and reading about the late great planet Earth and the rapture getting ready to come, take the church out of here, and the second coming of Jesus Christ, I thought that was going to happen before I graduated from high school. I really did. I didn't think as an 18-year-old that I would ever be 66 years old, but here I am. Yeah, right in the flesh. And so it's a great concept, never grow old. Well, where are you going to go where you're never going to grow old? And that would be heaven. That would be where time stands still. There is no time. You don't need time. And God Himself is the light that is there, and that's all you need. Fellowship with God and fellowship with one another. Those loved ones that are in heaven right now, you will be reunited and you won't grow old ever again. And since I've had cancer in my body in the last 2 years, and it's been removed and it's no longer there, but I have the results of that. I have one kidney now. It's nice to know you never grow old, but you're never going to get sick again. Once you get to heaven, there's no more sickness, no more cancer, no more bad words that would take people's lives and make them suffer the rest of their life. So this is a great song to think about, but the music, I like the music that was written for this. And who wrote this song? Let me bring it up to you right now. His name was James C. Moore, and he wrote this apparently about 1914. But just a great thought. We're in a land where we'll never grow old. I mean, isn't that just an awesome thought? In a beautiful home, in the sweet by and by. These are great phrases. Happy praise to the King, through eternity sing, and with the loved ones who've gone on before. Just some great lyrics that James C. Moore wrote. Now, who was James C. Moore? Just real quickly. He was born, do I see that here? He was born in 1888 in Georgia. Hey, he's a southern boy. How about that? Mr. Moore thought he would become a Baptist preacher, but he actually studied music under a great famous man named Henry Showalter. That was a famous name during that time. And so Mr. Moore studied music and wrote some great songs. I think I've read that he wrote over 500 songs. And so this song is one of those that I just think is a wonderful tune to sing and to play. And I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. I put a little country licks into it, and I really like to sing it with my whole heart and put some soul right into it. Never grow old. And so look forward to that. I just on the aside here, never getting old also means you get tired more easily, and I'm not the same man I used to be, and I realize that. And a friend of mine down in Louisiana, I call him Mo, but he was sharing with me one day. He said, now, Chuck, he said, when I cut grass now, when I cut the yard, now he's down in Louisiana where it's hot and humid. he said, I don't do it all at one time anymore. I break it up. And I thought to myself, that's a great idea, Mo. So I got back to Oklahoma. And now that I'm older, I'm utilizing this strategy. And so I have a front yard, I have a backyard. Guess what? I don't do them necessarily on the same day. And I certainly don't do them just to knock them out in an hour. I try to take my time. And I've learned to take my breaks. So that's just a little side for you young folks. You little young folks out there, listen to this man of wisdom here. Take your time and enjoy life, and don't get too upset when you're cutting grass, okay? How's that? Never Grow Old. A great song. I hope you enjoy it. By Mr. James, what was his name? James Moore. Just love this guy. Until next time, Chuck Whetstone signing off. Bye-bye. On the faraway strand, 'tis a beautiful home of the soul, built by Jesus on high, where we never shall die. 'Tis a land where we never grow old. Never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. In that beautiful home where we'll never more roam, we shall be in the sweet by and by. Happy praise to the King, through eternity sing. 'Tis a land where we never shall die. Never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. Never grow old, never grow old, in a land where we'll never grow old. When our work here is done and the life crown is won, and our troubles and trials are o'er, all our sorrow will end, and our voices will blend with the loved ones who've gone